Why is patience the hardest skill to master? Let's be honest. Nobody likes to wait. We hate waiting on the line at Starbucks. We hate waiting for the light to turn green. We hate waiting for people to text us back. Especially, we hate waiting for life to turn out to be exactly the way we imagine. But here's the contradiction. Patience is the skill that every relationship, every breakthrough, every dream depends on. Patience is not passive. It's powerful. And the reason why patience is the hardest skill for anybody to master is because it is less about time and more about who you are becoming while waiting. But why does patience feel nearly impossible today? In the 1960s, a psychologist conducted the famous marshmallow test. So he brought a group of children and placed them in a room. And he put one marshmallow on each table. And he told the children, you can either eat this now or you wait for 15 minutes and you get 2 marshmallows. Obviously, some of them grabbed the marshmallow immediately. A few closed their eyes with their little fingers in attempt to distract themselves from the marshmallow while the time was passing. Funny enough, they were not able to distract themselves for up to 15 minutes. So they ended up eating, while a few waited patiently and got 2 marshmallows at the end. And then some decades later, researchers checked back and then realized that those who had waited had higher scores in school, ended up with better careers, were able to build healthier and stronger relationships. And the experiment simply reveals that nowadays humans are wired for now. And to us, waiting feels like losing, whereas it's the complete opposite. So why should you fight for patience when everything around you tells you not to? Because patience is the superpower that separates those who live deeply from those who skim life's surface. Let's think about a seed. Once you plant a seed, for months you will see absolutely nothing. But underground, roots are forming, and without the roots, the tree cannot exist. And that's exactly how life is. Just because you cannot see the growth does not mean nothing is happening. Why is patience such an important skill to master? The first reason is patience builds resilience. And we usually don't tap into the benefits of patience because we don't wait past the underground growth. The second reason why patience is a very important skill for anybody to master is because patience sharpens your decisions. Personally, I've realized that most of the time when I make decisions without being patient, without thinking about it, and when I always either make wrong decisions or I go back. So I'm training myself to be patient when making decisions. Warren Buffett said, the stock market transfers money from the impatient to the patient. And if you know anything about the stock market, you know that you build wealth by waiting for the right pitch. In relationships, the difference between snapping in anger and waiting to respond, that little pause of patience can save a marriage, can save a relationship, can even save a family bond. Just a little pause, a little patience. Studies in organizational behavior shows that leaders with patience build higher trust and better teams. I always say this, if you want to know somebody, give it time. If you want to know someone's true character, give it time. If you want to know how people react in the midst of chaos, give it time. If you want to know how much someone can handle, give it time. If you even want to know how much someone can forgive, give it time. Patience is the key word. Next reason why you want to master the skill of patience is patience sustains success. Being successful is not always about talent. It is sustained effort over time. The successful people you see nowadays are not successful because they are the most talented. They are not successful because they are the smartest. They are successful because they failed over and over and over and over again until they mastered how to get out of that cycle. There is no success without failure. And for you to fail and continue, you need to have patience. You need to have patience with the process. You need to have patience with yourself. You need to have patience with the success. So instead of asking, why do I have to wait? Why is this thing happening to me? Why can't it just be now? How about you ask, who am I becoming in the process? The waiting period is the preparation. Your roots are literally growing on the ground. Pause for 10 seconds, breathe, and then respond. That one shift rewires your brain from impulsive to intentional. A tip to master the skill of patience is start little. Do one thing each day without rushing. Cook slowly, walk slowly, talk slowly. Train your brain to sit still for a moment each day. And then you can move to certain goals that takes months, like saving, like fitness, like writing. And you need to remember to commit to small actions. Forget about immediate payoff. That's patience in practice. And here's my favorite metaphor. When you plant a bamboo, you water it daily for 5 years. Nothing happens above the soil. Absolutely nothing. For what? 5 good years. And after 5 years, in just a span of 6 weeks, it shoots up above 90 feet. That is patience. That's unseen preparation. Some of you are in your bamboo season. It seems like nothing is happening, but you're getting stronger, you're building unique skills, and you're preparing to spring up. So here's what I want you to leave with. Anybody can want results now, but only the strong endure the wait. And if you master patience, you master resilience, you master wisdom, you master peace. Patience will stop you from quitting too soon. Patience will stop you from rushing what needs time. Patience will stop you from comparing your life to other people's lives. And remember, every dream, every transformation, every relationship, every personal growth, branding takes time. And patience is not about the wait time. Patience is about what you do and who you become while you wait. So I need you to ask yourself, where in my life do I need patience? And what could change if I stopped fighting the wait? What could happen if I started trusting the wait? That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, keep choosing depth over noise.